Look here, it is warming up outside. That means we don't want to be in the kitchen cooking. We want to be outside enjoying the weather, but you still got to eat. So you need to make something, right? Well, luckily for me, Steven requested a Blackstone griddle for his birthday, and he has been cooking up a storm on that thing. Therefore, my kitchen is not getting dirty, and I'm really not having to cook much. Can I get an amen? Today, we are gonna share with you a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, all on the Blackstone griddle. And let me tell you, all three of these were absolutely fantastic, and I want you to make them all. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. And before we get started, I just wanted to encourage you, if you like to get new recipes, and if you're looking for some more Blackstone recipes, because they're coming, why don't you just put the subscribe button in your favorite marinade and let it just kind of marinate for a while? That way you don't miss any more of my content. Okay, let's cook. So Steven really wants our buttermilk pancakes. However, we don't have any buttermilk. I've said this before, and y'all have corrected me or told me, gave me this clue that you can make or fake your own buttermilk. So we're gonna try it. I've got some regular milk here, and I've got a lemon. So we're gonna make or fake our own buttermilk. So we need about 2 1/4 cups of milk for this recipe, or buttermilk for the recipe. So let's pour that in here. And then for each cup, we need about a tablespoon of lemon juice. So I'm gonna do it here, just so I can make sure I get the measurements right, and a little extra since we did 1/4 cup. And then we just need to stir it together, and we need to wait 5 to 10 minutes. So it is 11:39. We'll check this at about 11:45, see how we're doing. This was a journey. We thought we would need 5 to 10 minutes, but turns out we needed a little bit longer. And also we were all over Google trying to figure this bad boy out. What we ended up doing is, because we kind of did a double batch, it was very cold because the milk had just come out of the fridge. So we ended up following some instruction online and popping it in the microwave for, I think, a minute total. We did 30 seconds, then we did another 30 seconds just to get it more to room temperature. It's not warm, but then we kind of let the lemon juice do its thing. You could see that it was kind of, and you're probably not gonna be able to see it, but it's curdling a little bit. But I think we were expecting the consistency to be super thick like buttermilk, and it's not. But that's not the goal. The goal is just to get kind of the same flavor as buttermilk. So you live and learn. We're ready to go. It's been 25, almost 30 minutes, but we're finally ready. So let's make our buttermilk pancakes. We need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, pretty much all we had left. There we go, 2 cups. So in this small little bowl, I have sugar, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. We're gonna add those dry ingredients to this and kind of whisk it around. All of the measurements and everything will be linked in the description box below with the recipe. So now in this smaller bowl, we're gonna add our buttermilk. We're gonna add our eggs, 2 eggs. We need about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And let's whisk that together. I melted this butter earlier and it needs to cool. So I'm gonna heat it back up just to get it back to a liquid state. It only took about, I don't know, 12 to 13 seconds, and it's back to that liquid state, which is what we need. We're gonna whisk this in. I'm gonna attempt to whisk this in. You want it to cool. You don't want it to be piping hot, because then it's gonna scramble your eggs. This is 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, melted, by the way. There we go. Now, we need to add this to that. Just making sure the big clumps are out, but there is still gonna be a little lumpy. Steven says glump.
Glump. It's glumped up in there, little glumpage.
I think that's all we need.
Maybe you need to use that whisk, I don't know.
Well,
because it don't really matter, huh?
No, it doesn't really matter, because anytime I've made it, it's always had a little bit of glumps in it. So I think it's fine. Right. So now for the fun part.
Correct.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
Good.
I love this thing. This thing is awesome.
It really is.
So versatile.
Yeah.
All right, sausage on.
So we've got some maple blueberry sausage here going on the griddle. He's got that pan over there heating for eggs in a little bit.
All right, we'll just set them over here.
Okay.
Now we want to scrape up the bits of sausage.
Yeah, because we don't want those on our pancakes.
Don't want that on the pancakes.
No.
Reducing the heat just a little bit here, somewhere low, medium low.
Okay, yeah, so we don't fry the pancakes super fast.
And I've got my egg pan sitting over here on low. This is what we'll scramble the eggs in.
Right.
It's hanging out, it's hot. And then we're gonna put a little bit of this beef tallow on here to cook with.
Okay.
Greased up a little bit here. And if you're doing bacon, you could just use the grease of your bacon
Yeah.
cooks off of your bacon, you could do that.
Or, I mean, we have bacon in the bacon grease in the fridge, so you could always use that.
Yeah, you could.
So, all right.
All right, let's move on to the pancakes.
I would like to thank ButcherBox for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I'm going to show you everything I got in this box. I'll tell you about ButcherBox here in a second, but keep this in mind. It came a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't have time to film at that exact moment, and we used one of the pounds of ground beef already. When ButcherBox comes, we get so excited and we want to use it immediately. It's been hard to keep our hands off of this until I could get this filmed. So normally there would be 2 pounds of ground beef that I would be showing you. Just keep that in mind. But that just goes to show you how much we love ButcherBox. If you aren't familiar, ButcherBox sends you the highest quality meats right to your door. They're all already frozen and individually packaged. You stick them in your freezer and then thaw them as you need them. We're talking 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork, raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. All humanely raised, no antibiotics or added hormones ever. For your box, you can kind of let them pick out what they curate, or you can completely customize it. We usually customize our box and pick out every cut of meat that we get, and we get so many meals from this meat. It always ships for free. You can cancel it at any time. So be sure to check out ButcherBox. You can do so in my description box, and I've got a great offer for you. You get your choice of either ribeyes, New York strips, or filet mignons free in every order for an entire year. And if that's not good enough for you, let me give you a code, Mandy20, and that's gonna save you $20 off of your first box. That's a really sweet deal, and you can really tell the difference between this meat and the meat you get at your local grocery store. There's no comparison. So be sure to go check them out today. So we are growing a salsa garden-ish, and that's what you see out there. You see how big our tomato plants are already? Y'all would not believe the number of tomatoes already on that thing. We have 4 of them, and they are massive. And then we've got a lot of different peppers growing too. While he flips these, I'll tell you about that. So last year we didn't have a garden, and we couldn't really have a garden because our neighbors' chickens were in our yard constantly. So now that they have built the coop and the chickens are no longer in our yard, we can finally have a garden again. And we're so excited.
How you doing? Okay, butter in our pan, and eggs in.
Yum.
Right, I'm gonna turn this side off.
Okay.
Now you could scramble the eggs on the surface here.
Yeah.
I just prefer not to, just because
Well, yeah.
they kind of get discolored because of the seasoning that's on the grill there.
Right.
And especially when you cook with some other things, you just
Yeah.
have to make sure to clean it real good, but it'll actually, some of the black char will sort of come off into the eggs, and I'd rather not have that.
Me neither. Good call. You've got this here so you don't burn yourself.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna head inside. You coming in after me?
I'm about to be in there.
We got some blueberry syrup here, which
This looks good. I mean, they still look fluffy.
they're not as fluffy, and I don't know if that's the buttermilk or if we mixed them too much. I don't know.
No, let's try it. Oh yeah, they're still really good.
Okay, good.
I do like that syrup as well,
Yeah?
but it's not enough.
It's not enough? Well, there's more regular syrup here if you want some.
That is super good. The beef tallow kind of give it a little bit more, I guess, flavor.
Yeah.
You can definitely taste that it's got like that beefy sort of
Interesting.
flavor to it, but
Okay.
it's not like too beefy. You can
Okay.
just taste a little bit of it.
You got me scared over here. It's good.
No, it's really good.
I love that you made all of our breakfast on the griddle. That is awesome.
That is delicious, especially since I don't normally eat this,
Yes.
especially this time of day.
Right. In full disclosure, we're making this for lunch. We don't eat breakfast at breakfast time. We kind of skip breakfast. So this is our lunch today, but there you have it.
That's awesome.
It's a good.
Wow.
All right. So everything is good.
That is delicious.
Before my eggs get cold, I'm about to dig in. Let's talk about last night's dinner, shall we? which is about to be what you're about to see. This guy. What did you make us?
Beef with broccoli.
On the Blackstone. Y'all, it took 10, 15 minutes tops.
Yeah, super
One
easy.
of the best meals we've had in a very long time. We're going to show you how he did it, but...
The sauce is amazing. The glaze that you put on the beef is out of this world good.
Kudos to him. It was really good.
Well,
So
kudos to YouTube, because that's where I found it.
he found the recipe on YouTube and then he recreated it. So here you go. Quiet on the set. What do we have here, sir?
Listen, have you ever been stove up?
As a matter of fact, about 5 minutes ago, I was stove up.
Well, some people don't even know what that means.
I bet a
Being
lot of people
stove up.
do.
Well, listen, we ain't stove up today. We outside.
I'm stove up a little bit, y'all. I've been working out
Time
too
to
much.
be outside. It's summertime. It's mild right now. Trying to get burned over here. It's mild temperature outside.
It is. It feels really great.
I mean, man, it feels great out here. The sun's not directly on us anymore. It's starting to hide.
Yep.
And it's time to get outside, breathe some fresh air, and cook some delicious food. Today, we're going to have something amazing. We're talking about beef and broccoli.
On the Blackstone.
The Blackstone. Because
Look.
why not?
Look at all of this, y'all. He did all of this on his own. I was not a part of it.
It looks complicated, but it's not. It's super easy.
Okay,
mean-
let's do it.
Super duper easy. But yeah, Asian inspired flavors here. Let's get into it.
Okay.
We got two sides going here.
Yep.
First thing we're going to do is start with our onions. Throw down some oil, and then we're going to throw on our onions. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Love that sizzle. Now, how long is this going to take?
I mean, it should take about 10 or 15 minutes.
Sweet.
Cook time total.
Okay. You know what I like about the Blackstone?
What's that?
The fact that you love it so much and that you want to cook all our meals on it.
I love it.
Because that means I do less cooking. So, can I get an amen for that?
Amen. All right, we got to get the rice going. We're using Ben's Original Ready Rice. We're doing super simple, folks. Already pre-cooked. I ain't never met Ben in my life. I don't know Ben from Adam, but I'm guarantee you he's gonna help us today, okay? Now, it's gonna get a little crispy on the bottom. That's okay, it's no big deal.
Okay.
But we're gonna, look, watch this right here. You just chunk it right on there.
I mean,
You
just do it to
put
it.
it right on the
So
grill.
if you had cooked rice already, you could use that.
You could.
But he went to the, look y'all, he went to the store, he did this recipe research, he went to the store himself. This is all him. I'm just the cameraman.
Look, we got popcorn rice here.
Uh-oh. Oh, we do have popcorn rice.
Look at that. See, you got a 2-in-1 right there. All right, so we put our rice on. Look, watch this. We're gonna grab our broccoli and put it on right with the rice.
Okay.
Just like this.
Okay.
Super duper easy. Then I'm looking for my water. My water tried to run away. Watch this right here.
Oh, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting
Watch
down.
this right here.
He's gonna steam that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
How easy that was. Our onions are starting to look like we want them to look here. A little color on them now. Now we're gonna go in with the hamburger meat.
Ground beef.
Ground beef, here we go from Butcher Box.
Yep.
Boom. Put it right on there. And we'll just start cutting her up. We got our hamburger meat on there. Go ahead and chop up some garlic. I like fresh garlic on mine. Go ahead and get this chopped garlic in here. Fresh garlic in our ground beef here. Let's start mixing it up.
It already smells divine out here.
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna go in with a little salt and pepper here on our meat. We got some other seasonings to put on there in just a second we'll talk about. Got the ground pepper on there now.
Yeah.
Let's let that hang out. Check on our rice. Broccoli.
Okay.
Make sure everything is good here.
Does it need any more water?
Not right now, it's all right.
Okay.
Turned it down real low.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's make this sauce here. This is where the fun begins, folks. First thing we're gonna do is hit it with a little honey. Probably a couple tablespoons of honey here. A little bit of rice vinegar for some of that zing, the vinegary taste. All right, here comes the heat. So we gotta have a little sweet heat action.
Ooh, sriracha.
Oh yeah. Now we're gonna kick it up a notch with some flavor here. Sesame oil. Really good stuff here. Very rich, nutty flavor. Now we're going in with some garlic paste. You could use garlic powder if you wanted to. And also some ginger paste.
Where that Asian flavor really
That's
comes
right. And we're gonna lose our ginger paste. Mix this up real good. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
in. Okay.
All right, now I'm gonna cut my heat off here on this side because I think we're about done with the rice.
Okay.
We're gonna pour half of our sauce on top.
I like the way you are doing it. So what Now you did a lot of the sauce. What are you using the rest of it for?
I'm gonna put the other half on there in just a minute after I incorporate this in there.
Okay.
Because what's gonna happen is this is gonna kind of caramelize a little bit because of the sugar.
Yeah, because of the honey and
Yeah. That's what I want to happen.
All right.
All right, let's put a little soy sauce on our rice and broccoli. And then as that's going, we're gonna put the rest of our sauce on top of our meat.
Man, yeah.
That is delicious.
Okay,
huh?
I've gotten hungry. I didn't think I was hungry, but now I'm hungry.
Now you're hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Super easy to make. All right, we're finishing up here. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my heat off. Then we're gonna chop up some of these green onions here.
Okay.
This is for garnish on top. All right, y'all, it is time.
He's gonna plate it up for us to serve. We're gonna take it inside and serve it. Although I kind of want to sit out here to eat, babe.
You can do that.
Okay. And if y'all hear screaming in the background, it's just the neighbor kids outside. They're totally fine. They scream like that all the time.
Just having a little fun.
They are. But you would think that something bad is happening to them. It's not. They're fine. Yes.
Doesn't that look good?
That's my plate. Where's yours?
Well, I don't know. Super simple cleanup here, y'all.
So the thing about the Blackstone is while it's still hot, if you clean it up, then you're good to go. But if you go sit down and eat without cleaning it up, that's when you'll have a little bit of a mess.
Heat it back up. You just have to turn it back on.
You have to turn it back on and do all the things. So I don't know if you can hear us over that scraping. Sorry about that, but anyway, he's going to clean that up, and then we're going to put some garnish on top of our food. This looks amazing. Well, because the neighbor kids were being very, very loud, we decided to eat inside, so.
I like to be rambunctious too.
They are very rambunctious. I will give them that.
All right, look here. Let's get into this meat. Oh, spicy.
Ooh,
with a little zing from that ginger and the rice vinegar. Sweet.
Okay.
So you got sweet heat going on there.
Good.
Savory.
Yes.
Some deep, rich flavors there from the honey. The honey really just, man.
I don't know about y'all, but my mouth is watering.
That is amazing. Of course, the hot, the nice sriracha mayo that we put on there.
Yeah.
More heat.
Yeah.
More spice. Mm-hmm. Really good. That rice, I mean, it's already done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super, super duper easy.
Yeah.
And broccoli is exactly where you need it to be.
Well, I am very excited. I'm going to dig in. Cole, you give your stamp of approval too over there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to dig in. I'll be right back. I vote that every meal from now on be cooked on the Blackstone by Steven.
Well, thank you for the compliments, babe.
Y'all, I mean, it took you 10 minutes.
I'm telling you, it's quick, easy, like it's a hump day meal. Is it hump day?
It is hump day.
It is hump day. I'll be darned.
Here's the thing. When you order takeout, it's nowhere near this good.
No.
Nor this healthy for you. This is delicious. Wow, babe. Good job.
I'm glad you like it.
Good job. This is a new favorite, and I want you to make this all the time.
Hey, no problem. We can do that.
Oh my goodness.
We can make tacos out of that meat right there.
Well, yeah.
That's what Cole said. That was Cole's idea. Good idea.
Oh my goodness. For our lunch recipe, even though we're having it for dinner, we're gonna share with you a very simple way to make chicken quesadillas on the Blackstone. These are not just any chicken quesadillas. We've already eaten them, and let me just tell you, these are the best chicken quesadillas I have ever had. So stay tuned. Talk to me, baby.
We're gonna have some chicken quesadillas tonight on the Blackstone. Super duper easy. And normally we like the dark meat, you know, like the thighs and whatnot, but we don't have that this time. We're going with what we have, which is some chicken tenders. So we're gonna use that for our protein. And all I'm gonna do is put them in the bag, and we're gonna create a marinade and let them marinate and hang out in that marinade for about an hour.
Okay.
And then we'll also make a sauce that we plan to use on the quesadillas as well.
Woohoo.
So
I'm excited. All right. Yeah. So we thawed these out. These came from Butcherbox. These chicken tenders, we've been thawing those all day. Little girl, Maggie Moo, she's very interested in what Steven's doing. So we're gonna get started on this. You prepping for surgery?
Yes, ma'am. All right, let's just put the chicken in the bag. I love these little bag holders. That's nifty.
It's so convenient. A subscriber sent me those years ago.
Very nifty.
So convenient.
All right, first things first, add some olive oil in here. Good and coated there. I know I don't ever say the measurements right, so
You never say measurements.
tablespoon-ish, somewhere around in there of
It's
oil.
all about the ish.
And it's all about how much meat you're using. So
Well,
you just kind of have to eyeball it. But
Okay. We've got about a pound, a little over a pound.
right. The main thing is just enough so that, you know, everything gets coated with the oil. And then the next thing we're going to do is we'll actually put in this lime juice here as well.
Got us a lime.
Oh yeah, go ahead and use the whole lime. How about that?
Might as well.
I'm not afraid.
You ain't scared.
I ain't scared. We'll just drop them in there. Let them hang out with it. Why not?
Okay.
All right, now we'll start adding some of our dry ingredients here. Chicka-licka-bam-bam.
We love this stuff.
It's really good.
Yeah,
now
it's
this
good.
is more of a Cajun flavor profile.
Okay.
So not your typical Mexican
Okay.
quesadilla flavors, taco meat, you know, taco seasoning or whatever,
Yeah.
which you could use, or you could make your own, or you could do whatever you like. I mean, use whatever you got, and this is what we got. So we're going to add a bit of this dry rub in there. Maybe close to a tablespoon or more. It's got plenty of salt in it, so we don't need to add any salt.
No.
And then I'm gonna go ahead, I love to add extra pepper to everything. So I'm gonna add about maybe a half teaspoon of black pepper. And then, oh, this right here, by Spice Titan, added heat seasoning.
A subscriber sent us this.
I'm excited about this, and we're gonna be careful with this,
Yeah.
okay? Now, the Chicka-Licka-Bam-Bam is a medium spice level. This is gonna take it up a notch, but you got spices, onions, jalapeno pepper, garlic, smoked paprika, habanero pepper. And that's gonna take it way on up there. So we're gonna be careful.
Thank you for being careful for my sake. For him, he could add the whole thing, but
All right.
now what?
Let's see what we're working with here.
Okay.
Let's see if we've got it where we want it to be. Close the bag up.
Maggie Moo.
She's got the zoomies.
She does have the zoomies, and then she jumps up there on that platform overlooking the living room. That's what she does when she has the zoomies. She runs around the house and then she jumps up there and she just sits there.
She's
a mess and a half.
Yeah, you got some citrus flavors in there. That smells delicious.
Okay. So that's going in the fridge?
Pop it in the fridge, let it hang out for at least an hour, but you can do it overnight if you wanted to.
Okay.
If you have the time.
All right. Now are you going to make the sauce?
Now we're going to make the sauce.
Okay.
Let me get a spoonular out. 3 simple ingredients.
I like that.
First thing we're going to do is start with Duke's mayonnaise.
I like that too.
Equal parts everything.
Okay.
Okay, so going with some mayonnaise. Boom. Now that's a glob right there.
That is a glob.
Glob of mayonnaise. Go in with a glob of sour cream.
Wonderful.
And we got some of this salsa verdes. By, was it Herdes? Herdes.
Do you pronounce that H?
Herdes.
Okay. I don't know.
Roasted salsa verde, medium spice. Just kind of eyeball it here.
That should be good.
That should be good.
So this is going to go in our quesadillas.
That is going to be spread on the inside
Of the tortilla.
of the tortilla. One half will be, when we put them on the grill, one half will be cheese and chicken, and then the other half will be this sauce. Let's make sure we got it right. Make sure
you
the
gonna taste it?
consistency's right. Got to be about tasting stuff.
I volunteer as tribute.
Needs a little bit more salsa verde.
Okay. I want to taste
A
it.
little more tang. Give her a try. See.
Ooh. I like that.
That's definitely got a zing to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's got still got that sour cream flavor. That's perfect.
Still got the sour cream flavor.
Yeah, I like
Creamy.
that. That's good.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is going to go in the fridge until we're ready for it, and we'll be back in about an hour to make our chicken quesadillas on the Blackstone.
On the Blackstone.
Look
Y'all,
here.
This woman surprised me just now, and she just, I mean, come in hot, literally. She went into the cupboards, or
The
what do you call
pantry.
it? Pantry, sorry. The pantry, and pulled out this little nugget here, hot honey chipotle.
Yeah.
And I thought, she was like, you know, we ought to just put a little bit on the quesadilla and fold it up. I said, you know what we ought to do? We ought to put it in this here sauce that we made.
Why not?
Give it some chipotle flavors. Look at that. Oh,
Look.
man.
We just elevated it.
Transformation station.
All right, I got to taste it.
Let me taste it. Tell me what you think.
Ooh. Ooh.
Use a little more.
That's good, though.
A little more.
I love the smokiness it added.
Needed more. Oh, boy. That's exactly what that needed. Look, I'm not afraid to put a little sprig more in there.
Sprig?
And sometimes you just, look, that's what cooking's all about. You got to get in here and taste stuff. Make sure it's going to be what you want.
All right, so he's doing that. He's going to dice up this red onion that we're going to put. We've got the burrito-sized tortillas that we're going to be using for our chicken quesadillas. So he's going to dice up the onion. We've got some butter that's going to go on our tortillas. Got all the things. So he's going to do that, and we'll be back. Look here, we brought all the ingredients out here. We're about to get started. And I remembered we didn't have the cheese out here, so he just went inside to go get that.
Fire it up. Fire it up. It's time to get fired up.
Let's do it.
Got to give it a little gas.
Oh, gosh. You sound like my daddy.
You got to gas it.
Golly. I married my father.
All right. Give it a little gas. We're going to go, one side is going to be medium lowish, and then the other side is going to be about medium.
I'm guessing that's for the chicken side.
That's for the chicken side.
Okay.
All right, let's let her warm up.
Alrighty.
When it gets hot, it'll be time to go.
It's confession time. I have a big toe that eats through every pair of shoes if I wear them long enough, including my slippers here. You see that? My big toe kind of curls up while I walk. Me and my sister have the same issue, and my friend Jenny and her daughter Sophia also have the same issue, and so they understand. You have to let me know below. Do you have a big toe like I do?
All right, we'll put Mrs. Olive Oil down.
I'm gonna step back before I get popped, because yeah.
That's gonna look great.
And it already smells great. Wow. All right. This man just got some new clothes because he's got so daggum small. And he was standing there without his apron on. I said, oh, you need your apron. Because that's all we need is for all of that to splatter up on it. I love his apron.
All right, look, we're just gonna put just a little bit of oil in there. Now, look, it's ready to go. Let them hang out here and cook, and we'll flip them over. And then once they get done, we're gonna chop them up on the grill.
Yes.
Using our spatula.
Alrighty.
Y'all, onions are going on now. We'll chop this up and work those onions in there in just a second. Work the onions in here. All right, we've turned our heat off on this side. All right, now let's get things rolling with our tortillas or our burritos. That's what burrito shells is what we've got to work with.
You need butter.
So we're going,
butter.
Gotta have butter.
You gonna do all of them at the same time?
All of them at the same time.
All right. That's the good thing about the big old griddle.
All right, let's start loading the cheese on. Cheese on one side here. We get our sauce. And put that down on one side over here like this. Look at that. That looks good, doesn't it?
It does look good. All right.
Now we load the chicken up.
Hold on, we might have some leftover chicken. I don't know how much chicken we can actually fit on these things.
Yeah, we won't. We'll have to come back and probably take a little bit.
Careful, don't burn yourself.
I'm trying not to. All right.
Bang. That looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Can y'all see the color?
So simple.
I'm so happy right now.
So simple. Look at them babies.
Those are beautiful.
Oh boy. Leftover sauce that we made, we're going to use that to dip them in too.
All right.
All right, are you ready?
Plenty of that left. And we may dip it, but let's try it without dipping it first. Because it's already on there. So we got to tink it up
let's try it.
And try it.
Ready?
Tink. Are you kidding?
You talking about spicy? Chipotle flavors coming in now. Smoky. Oh man, those Cajun flavors are really good.
Oh my goodness. All of it together just works. And it's so crispy.
Crunchy shell. That is delicious. The chicken is fantastic. That sauce though, it definitely makes it. And it's spicy.
It's hot temperature wise and it's hot and spicy.
That sauce is amazing. So if you don't like spicy, you're gonna have to dial back some of the heat on this. And you can with some of the milder versions of what we put in.
That's like no other chicken quesadilla I've ever had.
Blackstone, baby, the Blackstone.
The Blackstone.
Super easy to make. The Blackstone is just so versatile. You can just do so much on it and you can do it quickly. I mean, it cuts, in my opinion, it cuts cooking time and cleanup down considerably.
And I'm not having to cook as much. Win-win. Okay, make your chicken quesadillas on the Blackstone. Make them like this. I told him I could have stood for another layer of cheese in there. I mean, it's cheesy, but I could have had another side.
I mean, I got a little.
Yeah, a little cheese bubble right there.
Gloop right there. But yeah, it could you can spread the cheese out on the whole thing and not just do half if you wanted to. Man.
There you have it, friends. Let me know by giving me a thumbs up and a comment below if you want more Blackstone recipes, because guess what? The guy that has been out there all week is looking forward to getting back out there and sharing some more with you. So if you want to see them, we're going to record them. We appreciate y'all being here. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.